actually syncing. Okay, switching live. We're on. There you go. That's right. The movie intro, the Sawmill Whistle. It is time for the Hometown Movie Guys. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday morning. And it is time to talk movies. And there have been some awesome movies out there, some great movies. So hope you guys have been getting to the movie theater, taking in all the great movies. And there's one that I'm excited to talk about today that just, I think, last week is when it was released. But that is, or this week, maybe.
This week.
This week. You know what it is,
I
Tina?
saw it, yes.
Yes.
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
Totally, I saw it on 4th of July.
You saw it on 4th of
With
July?
a packed theater.
Oh, Andy, did you
Yeah.
see it?
I haven't seen it as yet, but I certainly will.
There you go. And Craig, how is that one doing?
It's done excellent.
Yeah.
It's done excellent. It was actually, I think, kind of surprised the whole theater industry, but it came in #1 on 4th of July.
Yep.
It beat Indiana Jones
Yep.
on the 4th of July.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
This is
Wow.
a movie I think they spent about $11 million making.
Yeah.
It was a pretty modest budget, and by Hollywood standards
Yeah.
anyway, and made $14 million on its opening day.
Yeah, and Indiana Jones, they spent $300 million.
Yes,
300.
yes.
Well, in marketing, though, I'm sure they had to put quite a bit of money into marketing Sound of Freedom, because I know, at least online, there were little videos, clips, I mean, everywhere you saw, promos for it, which had to have helped.
Well, this movie is not so much based on being entertaining. This is a message. It's an important message,
Oh, yeah.
and it's to raise awareness, and it's it needs to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
But Disney held on to it allegedly for 5 years before releasing it. It was made 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and then for whatever.
Didn't they have to claw it back from Disney?
I think they did, yes, they
Because
had,
it's not released- not
it's
released
Angel
by
Studios.
Studios.
Yeah.
Angel Studios.
But there was, it makes me really sad, because you think Disney would be for children in
Not
this
anymore.
sense. Well, I know,
Well-
I don't like that.
Yeah, no, they're for children in the case of making money off children, but not for children. I mean, I think the bottom line is, when it comes to this topic, agencies, government agencies, the government, big companies, the NFL, where there's so much, child, prostitution in general, all these things happen during these big events. If they really, really wanted to, stop these things, they could put a big dent in it. They maybe couldn't
They could.
completely stop
Oh,
it, because
never, because of
it's
human
been
nature.
happening,
Right,
since,
right.
beginning of
Yeah.
time.
The last numbers I have are during the Obama administration, and at that time there were 50,000 women and girls who were being trafficked across our southern border every year.
50,000.
Oh, it's way
50,000.
more now, because the
But
southern
then
border is
Then it
open.
went down
Yeah.
to just a trickle
Right.
Mhm.
during the Trump administration, and then now it's with the floodgates open. There 2 million people have already come across the border
Mhm.
this year.
Yeah.
And how many of them are underage girls?
Mhm.
I don't know. And nobody knows,
This-
because they don't track any of
And
that stuff.
underage boys, because there's that element as
Yeah.
well in the movie.
Yeah.
And this is clearly a worldwide problem.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah.
goes on
Yeah.
everywhere. and
Huge.
What the
Yeah,
awareness
and-
is that it's getting worse. It's not getting better. It is getting worse.
Yeah.
They lure girls from Nepal,
Uh-huh.
and they end up in Bangkok doing what.
Yeah.
It is everywhere. It's everywhere.
Well, and as somebody said, and this is really ghastly, I'm really sorry to make your Friday somber, but they.
But get out and see this movie.
Well, that too, but yeah, definitely, but again, allegedly, I say that because I have heard it, but I don't have the proof. They traffic these poor children until they're of an age where they're not marketable anymore, early teens, well, mid-teens, and then they traffic their organs.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
So they're a full package for these evil people.
No, it's very, very sad, and you mentioned all of, in other parts of the world as well, where in other parts of the world they have, they have, you know, families or children that unfortunately they don't have the means, you know, to get food. Or to, you know, and children are trafficked, they're prostituted, and
Well, and they lure
and
them
it's horrible.
with glitzy stuff like, oh, you can be in the movies, you can be, you know, you can be famous and make money. Because, you know, a little giveaway, you know, the story of these two kids, who's apparently actually a true story. The father was, you know, I think the mother had died, and the father really wanted the best for his kids, and there's this woman who shows up who's very, you know, high heels, elegant, all that stuff, and you know, they're good for a modeling career, and of course he wants the best for them, and it's just heartrending what happens. You know?
Yeah.
Exploitation.
Yeah.
Total exploitation.
When can we see the Sound of Freedom?
12:30, 3:30, 6:30. And that one's going to be here at least until July 13th.
July 13th.
Well,
Week from today.
A week from today, well, a week from yesterday. So through, definitely be here through Thursday. It's probably going to be here longer. I mean, it's selling really well, so yeah, that should be here probably in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and for two reasons. One, to support the theater, and one, to support this worthy film.
Yes.
Which, you know, Jim Caviezel worked endlessly to get this done. He says it's the second most important movie that he's ever done. Obviously, The Passion was the first.
Yes.
And Mel Gibson is way behind him too, so
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah. No, so Sound of Freedom in the theaters for a little while, but do not wait. Do not wait.
No, go see it today.
Yeah.
Or go see it twice. I'm going to.
Yeah, you know,
Right.
this weekend, definitely it's a good day. And next week, I mean, the temperatures, if you haven't looked to the forecast, we're supposed to be up at 100, very hot. So what better place to be than in the cool theater?
And
Yes.
with brand spanking new air conditioners.
Yeah. Oh,
Yay.
Yay! Oh.
Yeah. So,
Constantly improving.
How do we say, beat the heat in an air-conditioned seat?
Oh, there you
I
go.
remember that one from a
Beat the
really
heat
long
in
time
an
ago.
air
That's such a
conditioned seat.
movie thing.
That's a great one. That is good.
You know, and then next week, Wednesday is Mission Impossible 7.
Mission
Oh,
Impossible.
yeah.
Ooh.
I'll tell
Nice.
You know what? I'm not crazy about Tom Cruise as a person, but I'm crazy about his movies.
He is-
Oh, yeah.
I love him.
Well, this movie is going to cement him as the greatest stunt actor
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not just now, but of all time. And this might be the greatest stunt film of all time. This thing is, I think this might be the big one for the summer.
Wow.
Cool.
Mission Impossible 7. It looks incredible.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Well, and he doesn't
Reviews
do
are
woke
incredible.
stuff, you know?
Yeah, he stays out of
You know,
it,
he's
sort of.
totally just entertainment, really a fabulous entertainment.
Yeah, and apparently he's a very nice person. That I
Yeah.
hear other actors speak about
Yes.
him, and
Yeah,
they can be snarky.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So.
What, actors? Snarky? You
Yeah,
think?
I don't believe that.
You mean the
And
hometown
so-
movie guy, Snarky?
Well, you need to be as a
Yeah.
movie guy. Come
Yes.
on. So, Sound of Freedom rated PG-13 as well. And again, the show times on that 12:30, 3:30, and 6:30. Another movie that you briefly mentioned that's in theaters is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I've
they're big
taken Tina's advice. I've already seen it twice.
Whoa!
Oh, you saw
there
it
you
twice,
go.
really?
Yeah, saw it yesterday.
Good.
So, how many saw blades
I
did
get
this one?
5 saw blades. It's the
Whoa.
lowest saw blades you can
Whoa.
possibly get. It's
Whoa.
5.
Be
5.
soft in your old age here.
I know, it's a
It's really
great
good.
movie.
It is a great movie.
I was remarking to myself silently in the movie theater yesterday, and the opening, I don't know, 20 minutes is all one big purge of, splurge of action stuff. And it is just fabulous. I mean, it's the best action stuff, as good as you can possibly get, it is. And then after that, then the rest of the movie goes on, but
Yeah.
it's set back in 1944. So they do some movie magic to make Harrison Ford look much younger.
Yes.
I don't know how they do that.
Movie magic.
Movie magic, but they did a good job, and it was just great. And then throughout the whole rest of the movie, there's so many just wonderful little tiny things that they do. And it's
Who's in that?
Who's in it?
Yes.
I think Harrison Ford.
Harrison
Yeah, he
Ford.
I'm
is.
joking.
Yeah, but I mean throughout the whole movie.
Antonio Banderas.
Oh, man. Love him.
And you have to look for him though, because
Oh.
he doesn't look like he's supposed to.
You know, he does that a lot, actually.
Is he in his Puss in Boots costume?
No, no.
Okay.
Well, you know what, in Haywire, he didn't look like himself.
Yeah, well, John Rice Davies.
Oh, he's
He's
great.
back again, and he has a reasonable part in this.
Cool.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, Mads Mikkelsen, awesome guy.
He's a
He's a
bad-
presence.
Oh, yeah, he is.
He's
He's
definitely a
the
presence.
bad guy, and he
Yeah.
does bad guys really, really
He
well.
does. Yeah.
And Toby Jones.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, because it's so much fun playing the guessing game with you guys on Rotten Tomatoes. What would you say the audience score for Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny is?
The maker go
Okay,
last.
96.
Oh,
96.
86.
95.
Oh, Craig, very close. 88. 88 is the
Wow,
audience
Craig.
score. The tomato meter, the critics, what was it?
67.
67?
I was gonna say 67, I really was. Okay, 69.
69?
63.
Craig, 69.
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding. What was it on The Price is
Yeah.
Right? When you have someone guess the exact
Yeah.
amount?
Yeah.
Hey, no,
But it really is a tremendously good movie.
Wow.
I was very trepidatious when I went into it because I was afraid it was going to be awful.
Trepidatious even.
The one with about the silver skulls or crystal skulls, whatever it was.
Crystal
Boy,
skulls.
that was just, when they made that, they just went through the motions.
Yeah, that one was
Yeah, it was
disappointing.
really lame.
Yeah.
And this one, they did not. They paid really sharp attention, did the very, very, very best that they possibly could do.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
So, just going back, I have to go back. Sound of Freedom. So, Sound of Freedom, the audience score on that movie, what would you guess, Tina?
Oh, I would say 95.
95?
98.
98?
99.
100.
Oh!
100.
Whoa.
Out
I've
of
never seen
20
that before.
Wow.
I
Me
know,
neither.
2,500 reviews. I think the highest one that I've seen since we've been doing this and looking these up,
Wow.
Maverick, I think was 98
Oh.
or 99.
Yeah.
But to get a 100% with over 2,500 verified ratings.
Dang.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible, the new one, it's Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Yeah.
Right now, the reviews, the tomato meter from the critics that I guess had advanced screenings, 99%.
Yeah, so if you
Did
go
you see
see.
this?
No, I did not see all of it, I saw 20 minutes of it.
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
Wow.
It's, if you go on our Facebook page too, I've got a post on there of this motorcycle jump they do that took like a year to
Oh my gosh.
literally, it took a year to set this thing up and all the training and everything that goes into it. Yeah, like you said, how do you feel about Tom Cruise? The guy's incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is.
Yeah.
And if you go see The Sound of Freedom, you'll see the trailer. You know, so if you're not sure yet, which you should be, because we say you should be.
Yeah.
Definitely
This
though,
is-
I mean, I can't wait to see that in the theater. And you know, Jim Caviezel makes a point about seeing a movie in the theater.
Mhm.
At the end, you need to stay for the end, past the credits, because he talks about, oh, thank you.
Yeah,
He talks about how important it is to be in a theater where you're not interrupted. There's, you're really focused. Like we know theaters are the best at.
Yes.
It's getting away from the outside world. I would ask that if you are there, that you please put your phone away. Even if you're texting, there's all these bright lights around
Right,
the theater.
yeah.
It's really annoying.
Distracting.
You need a thing at the beginning of the films again to encourage people to put those things away.
And just enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
Watch the movie.
Caviezel is a funny name. You know where his ancestors are from? I guess his
Was
parents.
it Lithuanian or Polish or something?
Nope.
New
No.
Jersey.
Ooh, that's good.
That's me.
Switzerland.
Really?
His derivation is on his father's side is Swiss Czech, And I think Caviezel must be Czech.
Yeah.
Czech.
But
Because I'm a quarter Swiss, so
Oh, are you?
maybe we're related.
have you ever heard of the people that live in Switzerland that are referred to as the Romish?
Yes.
Okay, there's only like 85,000 of
Yeah.
them in Switzerland.
Mhm.
They're ancestral to the area. I guess is
Right.
the best way to say it. And that's where his family comes from.
Wow.
From
Wow.
that small group of people.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Caviezel's is a fun name to say.
It is
Yeah.
a fun name to say.
When you know how to say it.
Yeah.
It can be intimidating for some that, they just don't know where
Well,
to
it's
go.
because they're not teaching phonics in schools anymore.
Yeah, no, sure.
And I just say it the way I want to. And
We've
people don't-
noticed.
People don't like it. They say, well, I'm a movie guy. That's the way it is now.
That's the way it is. Well,
Yeah.
they'll listen to you
That's
because you are
right.
a movie guy.
Yeah.
So, moving on to another movie that is in there getting great reviews, Joyride. Joyride,
Just
rated
starting up
R.
today.
Just
Yeah,
starting up today, yeah.
It is, actually, I watched about half of that this
Uh-huh.
morning. It's definitely rated R.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's R.
Mhm.
Are there bad words?
It's rated R.
It's rated R.
Yeah,
for
there's all sorts-
multiple reasons.
For multiple reasons, there are all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
It is,
Sex, drugs, and rock and
It is
roll.
pretty funny, though. It's
Is it
definitely,
really? Who's
yeah.
in that?
Nobody famous.
Nobody famous.
Nobody famous.
But maybe they
No.
will be after this.
It will be after this.
Okay.
Yeah,
But they-
Chris said it's getting great reviews. Critics loved it, calling it the funniest movie of the year so far.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
And-
people are comparing it to Bridesmaids. And
Wow.
how hilarious it is.
That was a cool movie.
Yeah, so what would you think of Tomato Meter? Andy, you guess first, Tomato
Oh,
Meter.
Audience or critic?
93.
Critic. 93,
83.
83,
89.
89,
Yeah.
92.
I win.
92,
Oh.
92, the
Winner,
critics.
chicken
So,
dinner.
yeah.
The director of this is a lady named Adele Lim. This is her directorial debut.
Really?
Wow.
First one she's done.
Good.
She's been in the business for about 20 years, doing all kinds of behind-the-scenes stuff, especially in TV business. But she wrote the script for Crazy Rich Asian.
I was just
love
gonna
that
say,
movie.
this reminds me, looking
Yeah.
again, because all Asian characters
Right.
based,
And,
and that was a funny movie.
It
Oh,
was
God,
great.
yeah.
It was wonderful.
Yep, and she also wrote the script for Raya and the Last Dragon, Disney animated fiction.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But there are four, it's kind of an ensemble cast, there are four actresses that are involved in this, and none of them are famous. But one of them's name is Sherry Cola.
Cherry
Okay.
Cola.
That's her, well, I'm
Rhymes
sorry,
with
but.
cherry cola,
it-
the cherry cola.
Oh,
That's
That sounds like a
funny.
really weird pseudonym.
No, that's probably her real name.
That's her name.
Yeah, from Shanghai.
What were
born
her
in
parents?
Shanghai.
Oh, well, yeah, Shanghai, so
Yeah.
we
Cherry
understand.
cola.
Sherry
But she
cola.
grew up in
Nice.
California, though.
Cherry
Sure did.
cola.
Okay.
And another of the actresses is Sabrina Wu, and she got an Oscar nom for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, yeah.
She was
Yeah.
for Best Supporting Actress.
Mhm.
So,
And-
some good stuff here. And Adele Lim not only directed, but she's also helped write it and also helped produce it, so.
Well, she also sounds Chinese American because Lim is a very common name amongst the Chinese community.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
Really
Yep, yep, yep.
interesting.
Yeah. Wow, so,
This will
Joyride,
be
rated R.
fun if you have a certain sensibility.
Yeah.
And-
Is it
and
raunchy,
apparent-
a raunchy sensibility?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
apparently if you're immune to be insulted by people making white jokes and guy jokes.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, so,
Yeah,
hey, that sounds
whatever.
funny to me.
yeah.
So,
I-
rated R, 1:30, 4:30, and 7:30 are the show times.
Okay.
So then going from that, rated R raunchy escapade to Elemental, which is rated PG, children's movie. How has Elemental been doing,
It's
Greg?
been hanging in there.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good, yeah. This is
Yeah.
of course, an animated Disney film.
Uh-huh,
This is, it's been doing really good.
nice. And Andy, did you?
No,
get a chance-
haven't seen
No?
this. It's been busy at the theater. with,
Yeah.
New things coming out.
Oh, yeah.
But this is a Pixar, and Pixar, of course, has been absorbed by the Mouse House, so it's a Pixar Disney flick.
Mouse House.
It's
Auschwitz.
$200 million to build it, and $196 million at the box office thus far.
Thus far, wow.
And once again, no famous actors doing the voices.
No
we often talk about, well, you mentioned Puss in Boots and Banderas, but there were a bunch of famous people in that.
Oh, yeah.
A ton of famous people in the Super Mario Brothers. So
Super Mario. And Sing, those Sing movies?
that's right. Yeah.
Wow,
Yep.
yeah, a ton of famous actors.
Yep. So anyway, they've gone the other way with relatively unknown people.
So that makes me wonder, with a $200 million price tag, but no name or, actors that are not famous, the cost of animation and creating it is super high to where the actors, they're getting paid, but it's not really what drives up the cost.
Give somebody, some famous person, $1 million to spend a week in a phone booth making
Recording.
voices, recording.
Do they even have phone
In a
booths?
$200 million movie, that really is not significant.
No, yeah,
No,
so,
that's-
add another 20 million to it or whatever to get some big names, and it almost seems like it's not a guarantee, but the odds of it doing better at the box office really go
I
up.
think so. I think it makes a difference because it makes a difference to the parents and the grandparents
Who are bringing
for
children.
bringing the kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Marketing, it's all marketing.
Marketing,
You see
yeah.
those big names attached to it. and-
Yeah, and those big names might even be out there marketing it as well,
Sure.
and on their platforms or wherever they go, appearances, and hey, this is what I'm doing.
Yep.
Wow. So another children's movie, Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken. Very interesting. DreamWorks.
DreamWorks, one of their worst performing DreamWorks films of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Wow. Rated PG, 1, 4, and 7 showtimes, and wow, one of their worst performing, really.
It just hasn't been really. It's an animated kids movie.
Yeah.
It's perfectly okay.
Yeah. Wow, and from the studio that brought you Shrek and How to Train Your Dragon, so you'd think, hey, there's some...
DreamWorks has a good track record, but
Uh-huh.
I've fallen apart on this one.
Yeah, that's odd.
Is Universal the distributor? Is that what their role is?
Universal DreamWorks.
Yeah. Wow.
Kind of same thing with Disney Pixar.
Okay.
The same relationship.
Yeah, because DreamWorks was Spielberg, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's Spielberg.
What?
No.
Oh.
I'll think of it after we're off the air, of course.
Yeah.
Anyhow, did Universal gobble up DreamWorks?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
At some
They
point.
got gobbled.
Gobbled.
Well,
They got
that-
gobbled.
Sometimes that is, doesn't work out really well.
No. And this one appears to not be working out very well at the box office.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
But there is a famous name in this one.
Okay.
Jane Fonda plays the grandma.
Oh,
She's the only famous one, though.
she's not going to carry it. Not going to carry it. Not going to carry it.
And something we talk about, that Hollywood doesn't do anything original, but sometimes it's almost better to do a sequel.
Yeah.
The sequel's going, and then people know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't really market these things, properly, then you're not gonna. People just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like Mission Impossible #7.
Yeah. Well, the Kiss, Kiss, Keep It Simple, Stupid, I think is very true. It applies in a lot of different areas, and Hollywood is probably the same, where I know you've mentioned this, Andy, where there's a formula, or, hey, this works, just stick to it, just do it. The
That's
horror
right.
films on a, with
horror films are
minimal
all
budget.
exactly the same.
Yep,
Yeah.
here it is.
Yeah.
So that's gonna make money. Here you go. And
Yep.
don't try and get, too crazy. And the people that do, maybe, go away from that formula and we were gonna try this and no one's done this. Well, there's probably a reason why no one's done
Or
it.
you should be thinking this, and we're
Yeah.
gonna preach at you. That's a killer, that's been a killer.
Yeah.
It's really too bad,
Yeah.
because I love movies, and I
Yeah.
don't wanna be preached at.
There was a great movie, I thought was a great movie here just a month or so ago. meteor crater, what was that thing?
Oh, Asteroid City.
Asteroid City.
Yeah, and that was as weird and innovative and different and just totally off the wall
Yeah.
as anything that you'd ever want to see. And I thought it was just great. I don't know how it did financially, but
It did not. Craig shaking his head. It's like, it did not.
but you know, that's the risk you take when you go out and do something innovative and odd and wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will people go and see it? Well, most people won't. Most people
Right.
want to go see something that they know what they're going to get.
You get one or two a year that
Yeah.
kind of come out of nowhere and do the money, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we have Mission Impossible 7 and
Yay.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones 5.
Yeah. No.
And I don't know what we're going to do with Indiana Jones because Harrison Ford is 80.
Mhm.
And I just don't think he can do another one. I hope, in a way, I hope he doesn't
Yeah.
try. But if you wait 3 or 4 years, then you can bring the franchise back
Yeah.
and start all over again and go back to 1920.
Does he have a son? If he had a
Dead.
son, he's dead.
I think they
Oh,
tried that.
really?
Yeah.
Tried to bring a.
Well,
Maybe one that he never knew about.
Oh.
That's possible.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
Not
he's
around.
Indiana Jones, come on, I mean, yeah. So,
They
hey,
should maybe hire Clint Eastwood's son, Scott. He's pretty cool.
oh.
Yeah.
So one last movie, just to mention real quick, No Hard Feelings.
Another
No Hard
R-rated
Feelings,
comedy.
rated R, Jennifer Lawrence, and she's funny.
The highest grossing R-rated comedy in many years now.
Wow, really? Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
She's
It's
funny.
definitely R.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
another definitely R-rated, but it is pretty funny.
This
Yeah.
is Katniss Everdeen grows up.
Yeah, Hunger Games,
Yeah.
yes.
Katniss Evergreen runs around naked.
Oh.
Hey, whoa now, hey, wow.
And there's no bows and arrows or anything?
No
Or-
bows and
No.
arrows, no.
She gets
No.
sprayed with bear spray though, I think, or,
Yep,
you know,
maced,
maced, yeah.
It really is pretty funny. It's
Yeah,
good.
Jennifer Lawrence definitely does have comedic chops.
Yeah.
Good.
She can do it.
Yeah, audience score, one last guess here. Audience
Oh.
score for No Hard Feelings, what do you say?
95.
audience? 95.
85.
85.
62.
Craig, you,
Good.
yeah, you
You
end
beat
the
it.
show.
Yeah.
87.
Yay.
87.
Nice.
So, right there, yeah, audience score, you know, not in the 90s, but in the 80s, a solid B.
Respectable.
Respectable, yeah.
Yeah, and it was fun. You know, it's not anything like Meteor Crater.
Asteroid City.
Asteroid City.
Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't, you know, it wasn't anything.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
Would you charades here?
Yeah, what rhymes with asteroid? Anyway, but it's a kind of an ordinary movie, but Jennifer Lawrence is terrific to watch.
Oh,
And, you know, just to see her act,
Cool.
she's fun.
Yeah, no, she is. She's very fun and funny, like you said. I mean, just her comedic presence, or I think it's because she's not. She just lets go. She's not. It doesn't seem like afraid to just be goofy.
I
be silly.
think she is very self-confident.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that probably comes from the Hunger Games were so successful
Yeah.
that it solidified her financially for life. So she doesn't have to worry about, you know, offending producers or anything else. And then she made a whole series of movies where every year she was being nominated for an Academy Award. Every year, then the next year, nominated for an Academy Award. So she's both on the financial side and on the artistic side.
Yeah.
She's at the top of the pack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, she can say and
the
do what she
camera
likes.
loves her. She is
Yes.
so good on camera.
Yeah, yeah, and even when she's tripping, I mean, it's just adorable. It's like, oh, are you okay, Jim? Oh, it's okay.
It's okay.
Have another drink.
Or something.
No. Hey, well, everyone, be sure to get out to the movie theater again. It's a what is the tagline? What is the
Beat the heat in an air-conditioned seat.
Beat the heat in an air-conditioned seat. And we all have to, though, recognize and say hi to Clifford Lane in Southern Illinois watching. Clifford, good morning to you, and hope you have a great weekend, and hope everyone listening has a wonderful weekend as well. Time to get back to the music, and let's see who we got coming up here. We got a little bit of that and this and them, and you got it. No, the Birds, Spandau Ballet, and
Spandau Ballet.
yeah,
I
and the
remember
Clash.
Oh,
Good
Clash.
80s,
Like
yeah,
the Clash.
80s punk rock band there. But
Rock
first,
and roll.
a quick update from the National Weather Service. But
It's gonna
thank
be
you.
hot.
Yeah, hot,
Hot, hot,
sunny
hot.
and hot.
Beat the heat in an air-conditioned seat.
That's, if you didn't hear anything on today's program, just make sure you heard that. All right, guys, thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thanks for rescuing my purse, my leather purse.
I know, I didn't want, I saw him, he was by your feet, and I was like, I'm like, buddy, what are you doing? Yeah. See you guys.